Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to focus on English conversations. So you learn phrase wise and word wise, right? You have learned some phrases, now you have to use it. However, that is not happening. Why? Because when you go into real life, then you have to speak 5 sentences continuously, you need to speak 10 sentences continuously. Basically, you need to respond depending on the situation. That is not happening. How can it be done? It can be done if you practice conversations. So today we will be practicing English conversation. Okay, now I will tell you the scenario first. The scenario is that two friends, okay, Priya and Anita, they had gone to a hill station for holiday. The hill station is Ranikhet. And then after coming back, they meet a friend whose name is Ravi. And then they have a conversation. Okay. How is this going to help you? This is going to help you if you speak in English. So you have to listen to what I say and then repeat. You may use the same words, you may use different words, you may use different phrases. However, you have a scenario in which two friends have gone to a hill station and they are having a conversation. And you have to speak continuously at least for 5 minutes or maybe 7. Okay. Now I will start. In between, you pause the video and try to speak. Don't just watch it like some Netflix movie. कोई आप एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए यहाँ नहीं आए हो, आप सीखने के लिए आए हो. करेक्ट. मैं भी सीखने के लिए आया. सो वी आर लर्निंग टुगेदर. ओके. रिमेंबर दैट everybody is a student. Okay, now let's start. So the scenario is female friends had gone to Ranikhet. Now they have come back and they meet Ravi. So Ravi says, "Hey Anita, hey Priya, welcome back. How was the trip to Ranikhet?" "It was amazing, Ravi. We had such a blast." Sorry. "We had such a blast." Anita says, "Seriously, it was a much needed gateway. We both were so stressed from work." "I can imagine. So how did you get there?" So Priya बोलती है, "We took a state-run bus from Delhi. It was a bit tiring, but the views made up for it." ये देखिए, the views made up for it. So she has a little bit of regret. Why didn't she take the bus? Maybe she could have gone in a more comfortable manner like a cab or a car. But she took a bus. That is also very convenient. And then she says that the she got tired, however, it was compensated by the views. But the views made up for it. Okay, you can use this phrase. I I went for a walk which was very tiring, but the weather was really good and it made up for it. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Anita, yay! The journey was long. The scenic landscapes were totally worth it. The scenic landscapes. Scenic landscapes means beautiful views. Beautiful. It is a beautiful place to look at. So you feel good. Scenic landscapes. Ravi, sounds great. Did you book a hotel in advance? No, we found a cozy homestay once we got there. It was so warm and welcoming. होम स्टे आजकल आप कोई भी हिल स्टेशन जाओ वहां पे आपको बोर्ड्स दिखेंगे. होम स्टे. सो दे ट्राई टू गिव यू एन एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ लिविंग एट होम इन a hill station. For example, they might provide some home cooked food. They might give you some facilities which in which you feel maybe a small kitchen where you can cook some basic stuff like Maggie, etc. Like that. So it is called a homestay. Then Anita says, the hosts even gave us homemade parathas for breakfast. It felt like home. Ravi says, that sounds like a dream. What did you do during the day? Okay, so now the you understood the situation. Now pause the video and try to repeat. They took a bus to Ranikhet, which was a bit tiring, but the views compensated for it. Then they booked a homestay. The homestay provided good parathas. And then, so now you can add some negative aspects. Maybe they did not like the homestay. Maybe it was a bit dirty. So how will you say that? Try to say it. आप बोलिए कि होमस्टे अच्छा नहीं था. नेगेटिव बातें बोलना इजी होता है एक्चुअली. So, and that scenario. So, but you have to speak. Okay. Now I will move on to the next page. You should pause the video and practice and then move on. Priya. On the first day, we just strolled around the town. It was peaceful and quiet. Strolled around. That means they just walked without any purpose, without any, without searching for something or trying to achieve something. Strolled around the town. Anita says, we also visited the Chaubatia Gardens and the Jula Devi Temple. Not at all. Oh, Ravi puts back. Oh, I've heard of those. Were they crowded? Not at all. That's the best part of going off season. Off season. So whenever you go to a hill station or whenever you're speaking to somebody about vacation, let us say up office mode. So this is one of the topics. Like if you go in season, let us say March or December when all children are on vacation, then it is very crowded. When you go off season, that is during time when people are generally in office doing their work and you specifically take a holiday and then go to some place. So that is off season. Let us say, or during the rains, let us say in July. July is off season. So Priya says, not at all. That's the best part of going off season. We even went on a short trek. It was a bit challenging, but totally rewarding. So ये देखिए ये word important है challenging. This word challenging is generally used even in job interviews. Okay, I love to do work that is challenging. I I like challenging situations in which I can show my capabilities. Challenging. ठीक है चैलेंजिंग के बाद में but totally rewarding. We went on a short trek. It was a bit challenging but totally rewarding. Use this in your sentence. Ravi, wow, I didn't know you were into trekking. Neither did I. But Anita was so enthusiastic. She dragged me along. Haha, well, nature really lifts your spirits. It felt so rejuvenating. Did you buy anything from the local markets? Yes, we picked up some handcrafted woolens and local jams. Okay, look at this discussion. So they have gone on a hill station. Now here they are discussing general things like walking around the hill station and then going on a trek, right? So whenever you are in some new place, if you go on a trek, it's a small bit of adventure for a few hours, not a very heavy trek, and then you go a bit of shopping, local shopping. So these are conversations. अभी आपको वीडियो पॉज कीजिए एंड हैव दिस कॉन्वर्जेशन with yourself, even if you don't have anyone. Okay, now we will move to the next. Anita says, I got a shawl for my mom. The stuff there is not just beautiful, it's also affordable. See how she is using the words. The stuff there is not just beautiful, but also affordable. Okay, you use this generally when speaking a little bit formally. I don't know, I don't use normal conversation like this. It's not just beautiful, but also affordable. Then Ravi says, sounds like a great trip. Any travel tips for others? Definitely. Always carry cash because digital payments may not work in remote places. And wear layers. It gets chilly even during the day. Okay, so now this is one way because digital payments may not work in remote places. Always carry cash. So she's telling what to do and then giving the reason for it using because. तो आपने because बहुत सुना होगा प्रैक्टिस किया होगा. Now this is the time to use it. I always carry cash because digital payments don't work in hill stations. You guys are making me want to pack my bags now. रवि कहता है. रवि is excited. रवि उनकी बातें सुन के excited है and he is also planning to go. You should just be ready for a budget friendly adventure. Budget friendly adventure. So what does so whenever you are talking about some excursions or some vacations, then discussion is about around budget. जैसे now just few minutes back we had talked about homestay, then public transport, car, cab, and here now budget friendly adventure, expensive expensive stay. So if you book some five-star hotel like Taj Hotels or Sterling or some other brand, then it will not be budget friendly. It will be expensive. Okay. Then Anita says, and don't forget to carry a power bank. Your phone batteries drain faster in the cold. Ravi says, thanks for all the tips. I am definitely adding Ranikhet to my list now. You won't regret it, Ravi. It's a hidden gem. Anita says, totally a perfect mix of calm, beauty, and a little thrill. So now, in this final last bit of conversation, what do they talk about? They talk about budget, then they talk about power bank. How is a power bank used? So you do also do the same thing. Take these points, talk to yourself, have a conversation. Use this video as a base. Have your own conversation. Then that will improve your speaking English. Thank you, friends. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. Okay, thanks a lot.